Draw is an interactive graphics program running on a mini computer with a video display. It is used to create illustrations. Draw may generate illustrations containing curves, lines, and text. Curves are drawn by specifying a number of special points called knots along the curve. The spacing and density of the knots is a function of the slope and curvature. Knots are defined by pressing a button on the cursor control device. For instance, in order to draw a curve similar to the one displayed, one could specify the following 6 knots. Curves and lines may be drawn with different sorts of brushes. The brush currently used is displayed in the menu area. The menu shows buttons for changing the brush, selecting a command, and changing the text font. The type of brush, round, square, flat, and the size of the brush, that is to say the thickness of the line, may be changed by pointing here. Commands are selected by pointing in this area of the menu. The symbol representing the command becomes the cursor. This command is for making curves and lines. Input any number of knots and terminate by hitting the escape key or selecting another command. 1 knot makes a dot, 2 knots make a line. This command is quite similar. However, it will generate closed curves. The 3 switches of the cursor control device, called the mouse, have different functions when defining knots. The top switch places a knot at the exact position of the cursor. The middle switch is for positioning a knot exactly on a curve. This is useful for connecting curves. The bottom switch places a knot at grid points. The grid may be made visible with a keyboard command. It is mostly useful for drawing horizontal and vertical lines, and regular or symmetrical curves. Characters typed on the keyboard are stored in a text display buffer at the bottom of the screen. Typing carriage return invokes the text command. Copies of the text string are created by pressing the mouse switches. At the same time, the font may be changed. The shape of curves cannot be changed. However, they can be redrawn with a different brush. This is a function of this command. Let's select a wide, flat brush and redraw these 2 curves. Similarly, with the same command, text can be rewritten in a different font. The small scissors are for redrawing curves as dash curves. To delete individual curves and text strings, we use this command and point at each item to be deleted. To obtain a clean picture, we hit the Tab key. Curves and text may be moved around and duplicated. First, objects to be moved have to be selected with this command. Selected text is displayed on a black background. Selected curves show a small square symbol. Then selected objects may be moved with this command. A move is specified by 2 points, which define the moving distance. For instance, move from here to there. The objects remain selected. A copy of the selected objects are obtained with a similar command. But first, let's clear an area of the screen. And copy the selected objects from here to there. In addition, curves, but not text, may be rotated and scaled. To illustrate this operation, let's retrieve a previously saved picture. Let us select this fish as the object of our transformation. Then let's make a smaller replica. And a larger one. To describe this transformation in more details, let's use a simpler picture. The transformation is specified by 4 points. The first 2 points define some dimension of the original objects. The last 2 points define the corresponding dimension of the transform object. When defining these points, the mouse switches have the same function as when defining knots. Using the bottom switch, we can then take advantage of the grid to obtain scaling without rotation, or to obtain simple rotation, say 90 degrees, without scaling. As a conclusion, let's scan through some pictures realized with this program, which have been selected from the technical literature. That's the cover of the Xerox telephone directory.